Jeff Bezos versus Elon Musk. Billionaires always come up with insane ideas to spend their wealth. Fame comes with certain luxuries, but some billionaires don't go for them. Today, we are going to talk about two billionaires, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. It is all about comparing them head to head. Let's find out how they are similar or opposite, and what they're doing with their wealth. As we know, the space race was between the Soviet Union and the United States. But do you know it won't be the same in the future? Yes, space race has shifted from space to the billionaire. These superpowers are no more winning in the space race, and the new kings of this race are Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Now, you might be thinking about what they actually want. Both of them are the richest men in the world, and now they're going head to head in the billionaire space race to see who wins and who takes humanity on the other heavenly bodies to live and breathe. Both Bezos and Musk have one interest in common. Space should be able to live just like we live on Earth. For this to happen, they both have different space transportation services companies. Elon Musk's SpaceX wants to colonize Mars, while Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin aims to set up an industrial base in space. Sounds great. Yes, it's possible. These are not the countries who own these big companies, but they are the business owners. Both Elon and Bezos have more ideas too that are awe-inspiring. So what do you think? Will Bezos and Musk be the kings of space? Technology is surprising us every day, and we have no idea what will happen in the next 30 to 40 years, but still, we are sure that space travel is going to blow our minds. Today, billion-dollar companies are looking for stars, and some companies want to send travelers to space. But the exciting thing is, the basic goal of the space race is not just space tourism. Bezos and Musk have multiple goals, which will start from sending astronauts to the moon and might end with space colonization. Elon Musk is making extremely impressive strides through his space exploration company, SpaceX, and Jeff Bezos is spending millions on his company, Blue Origin. Elon Musk wants to establish a complete city on Mars, while Jeff Bezos wants floating space colonies. Both Jeff and Musk are trying their best to make it real, and one day they will succeed. Elon Musk founded SpaceX in 2002, and today it has become a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. SpaceX is one of the reasons why Elon Musk is so rich, but remember, it is just one of his ventures. Currently, the net worth of Elon Musk is almost $88.7 billion, and SpaceX worth $47 to $50 billion. It is said that this company could be far more valuable in the future, and could be worth about $200 billion. This company has done many big projects like Starlink. Now you might be thinking what Starlink is. It was a satellite of SpaceX worth $10 billion. A number of private investors and companies are joining hands with SpaceX, and SpaceX also has signed some contracts with the US Department of Defense and NASA. In addition to this, SpaceX has signed contracts worth $1.1 billion with the US government. It includes a $149 million contract, which was signed to build a satellite for tracking missiles to help the military. SpaceX is also working closely with NASA, and has sent astronauts into space with the help of a $3.1 billion investment from NASA. It is also called Crew Dragon mission, and was marked the first time a private company sent astronauts into space. NASA also has a contract of $135 million for the Artemis program. NASA wants SpaceX to help them send astronauts to the moon again. For the Artemis program, NASA didn't partner with SpaceX only. It also has contracts with Blue Origin, owned by Jeff Bezos. So this is not a one-sided effort. All the stakeholders are working in the same space to get their space in another world. Jeff Bezos founded Blue Origin in 2000. He is one of the richest men with a net worth of almost $187.5 billion. On the first note, Bezos is focusing on growing Amazon. He has also spent a lot on Blue Origin, and according to some reports, Bezos sells $1 billion worth of Amazon stock each year for Blue Origin. Now let's see what's the difference between SpaceX and Blue Origin. Blue Origin is focusing on space tourism, while SpaceX wants space colonization. Elon Musk is the CEO of SpaceX, while Bezos just founded Blue Origin. Both companies have a lot of common things, and both are competing with each other in space exploration and defense contracts as well. It is a fact that SpaceX is winning the billionaire space race, but if we talk about the Artemis program of NASA, then Blue Origin gets the point. NASA gave $579 million to Blue Origin to develop human lunar landers for their mission. The program can cost almost $18.4 billion, so still, there's a lot of cash to hand out. Blue Origin has contracts with the US Air Force too. They awarded $500 million to Blue Origin to develop a Glenn rocket for security missions. The US Air Force also joined hands with SpaceX in the second phase of the military's National Security Space Launch Program, and it was a destructive blow to Blue Origin. Still, the battle is not over because Blue Origin is expanding so fast. Blue Origin operates at $250 million, worth 750,000 square foot in Florida. Recently, Blue Origin has uncovered a rocket engine factory worth $200 million. It is a fact that Jeff Bezos is richer than Musk, but still, SpaceX is leading in the space race. Still, we can't be sure of Musk's victory, as you might remember that the Yanks beat the Soviets to the moon, and the USSR beat the USA into space, and we know how that turned out. The thing which puts SpaceX ahead of Blue Origin is the successful launch of SpaceX's Crew Dragon space vehicle through the Falcon 9 rocket. SpaceX made headlines when the Crew Dragon C-206 spacecraft carried two astronauts of NASA named Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley into orbit. It was the first time when a crewed orbital spaceflight was done by a company like SpaceX. Another interesting thing about this mission is, it was the first time a rocket has flown from the US since 2011. If we talk about Blue Origin, then there's a lot to achieve yet. The company has recently launched a rocket, which is a vertical landing, vertical takeoff spacecraft into space many times. The main goal is to put humans on board, and according to Blue Origin, just some more test flights are needed, and Bezos' dream will come true. Well, these are just the initial steps of this space race, as both Bezos and Musk have a lot of other goals too. It will take time to build Bezos' floating space colonies and Musk's city on Mars, but if technology keeps on upgrading, then both of these concepts will surely become reality. Jeff Bezos' concept of space is so insane, you might be thinking, what inspired him to work for it? Bezos was actually inspired by Gerard K. O'Neill, an American physicist, and his book, The High Frontier, Human Colonies in Space, which he wrote in 1976. Bezos knows that it will take decades to achieve, but still he strongly believes that his concept of the future in space will become reality one day. Bezos aims Blue Origin to establish great space colonies that could comfort thousands and even millions of people. He desires for a future where almost 1 trillion people live in different space colonies. According to Bezos, these space colonies won't be the same. There can be some space hotels and restaurants, and others could be dedicated to farming. There can even be some colonies modeled after historic Earth cities, and others will be created to live comfortably in the space. He is aiming to make space colonies rotate to induce artificial gravity, and these colonies will be miles long and so large that the International Space Station will be like a dot in front of that. Blue Origin is planning to get minerals, water, and other important things from nearby asteroids and the moon. Now you might be thinking that Jeff Bezos wants to leave Earth, but there's nothing like this. He just wants Earth to flourish once a lot of people move to space in the colonies. If we look at the concept of Elon Musk building a city on Mars, then it's much more practical than Bezos' concept. According to Elon Musk, a complete city will be built on Mars by the 2030s, but still, there are a lot of things to be done to make it a reality. Before building a city on Mars, we will have to go there first, and it completely depends on the Starship. Starship is a completely reusable vehicle that has been in design by SpaceX since 2012. Elon Musk is 90% sure that the Starship will approach orbit in 2021. According to Musk, he will be able to carry goods to Mars in 2022. What does that mean? Summer 2022 will be the perfect launch because at that time, Mars will be closer to Earth. Furthermore, Elon Musk aims to send people to Mars with 100 tons of supplies by 2024, and if everything goes according to the plan, then by 2025 we will be able to live on Mars. Yes, it is difficult to predict what would be the cost to go and then live there, but these two rivals are face to face to give a newer dimension to our lives. Maybe it is even more important to go to another planet, especially in the context of COVID, which has erected its paws on the surface of the Earth, or maybe their business tycoons will do anything to take the Earth out of this. Still, this all depends on Starship, and that is not ready for this yet. Starship needs to undergo some tests, which will cost millions, and finally, humans will set foot on Mars. According to an estimate, tickets to Mars can cost about $200,000, so normal people still won't be able to go there. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are the kings of the space race, but there are some other people too with the same great ambition of life in space. Bezos and Musk might be the kings, but this field is so wide, and there are some other competitors too. You might know about Yuri Milner. He is so interested in the Breakthrough Star Project. He founded this project with the late Stephen Hawking and Mark Zuckerberg. The main goal of this project is to create light-sail spacecraft and to travel to Proxima Centauri b, which is almost 4.2 light-years from the Earth. Richard Branson, British billionaire, he is the brains behind the Virgin Orbit and Virgin Galactic, and he is also thinking about space tourism at a low cost. So that was all about it. Are you excited about the future? Who do you think will win this billionaire space race? Would you like to live in Bezos' space colonies or in Musk's megacity? Write your reviews in the comment section below. If you got value, then don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe.